Many of you have sent in questions, and so on this episode I'm going to try and answer as many questions as I can about my narrowboat life, all different kinds of questions. Thank you for sending them in, and there's still going to be some stillness and tranquility in this video, so but just a bit of a special Q&A really on this one, so sit back, relax and enjoy. I'm just going to unmoor and we're going to cruise up the canal to my next mooring for Christmas. It's one of them days, sunshine and showers. But the good thing is you get some lovely rainbows. There was one just over here not long ago. Get this chimney down. We don't want to hit a low bridge, and there are some very low bridges on the canal. Along the canal there's some magnificent structures, and I'm on one right now, the one that I'm just leaving. It's the aqueduct at Palmerston Street in Bollington, and it's 60 feet high above the road below. All this water in here, and below me I've got cars and people walking underneath this canal. It's incredible how these structures are still here to this day, 200 years later, you know. It's amazing. Right, let's get cruising and answer a few of your questions. So the first thing we'll start with is, what kind of boat is this? It's called a narrowboat. This is a 57-foot narrowboat. It was built by a company called Liverpool, and it was built in 2005. I didn't buy it new, I've been living on it for 6 years, but it was a little bit rusty, it was a different colour. And I decided I would like to make it my home, so I painted it. I rubbed it down and stripped it back, etc., got all the rust treated. And it was a big job, you know. You can imagine how long it takes you to spray a car, paint a car. You know, you're painting 57-foot narrowboat. It does take quite a long time. It took me quite a few months, but I had the weather on my side. It was really nice. We had a good summer. On board I've got all the facilities that I need. I have a gas cooker, 2 gas bottles at the front of the boat that last me up to a year at least, and only cost around £45 each. So that's my gas bill for the year, is under £100. Electricity. I have one solar panel on top. When I'm in the sun, I get quite a lot of energy from that, but on a cloudy day, you're still getting some energy coming into the boat. And that charges up 4 leisure batteries, which are right underneath me, just to the side of me. And also when I'm moving, like the engine's on now, that's also charging the batteries as well at the same time, providing electricity on the boat. My engine is diesel powered, and the cost of the diesel, red diesel, is not a lot. It is really quite cheap, and so my fuel costs are quite low. My bills for gas under £100, and just over £1,000 for my Canal River Trust license. But bearing in mind the Canal River Trust license is going up. They are putting it up each year by a considerable amount. Have I heard of Eckhart Tolle? Of course I've heard of Eckhart Tolle. All my thoughts and all my experiences are my own. I'm on my own journey. I don't have a permanent mooring, because I just love cruising up and down the canal. I love roaming about. And believe it or not, there's only around 5,000 like myself that actually do this, continuously cruise. Do you have a number plate on a boat? Well, we do. We have index numbers, and we also have a little piece of paper that says that we've got a license to be on the canal, and it's got a date when it runs out. Are you educated in filmmaking? Have you been to college? You know, all that. Where did you learn? I'm self-taught. That's it. I'm self-taught. I learn by my mistakes. How far can you travel on the canal? You can go 2,000 miles plus if you want. You could go all the way to the River Thames from the north of England. Is it easy to heat one of these boats inside? Well, you know, it depends what sort of heating system you've got inside. I've got a stove, a wood burner, and if I put some logs on there, I can get warm quite quickly, within 20-30 minutes. Depending on the temperature outside. If it's really freezing outside, it could take me a lot longer. Cool. Why don't you get yourself a dog, a pet on board to keep you company? Stop you getting lonely. Well, one thing is, I'm not lonely. I enjoy my own space. I am a dog lover. I love all creatures, great and small. And I used to have dogs, and I do love them. But, you know, I like my own space. I like my freedom. And looking after a dog is for life. My life's about cutting back now on things and reducing everything to back to basics. And the less you have to worry about commitments, the less stress you have, you know? How often do you fill your tank up with water on the boat? For me, it's every month. I mean, remember, I'm on my boat on my own. I drink bottled water anyway, so all the water that I use on the boat is either for showers, washing the pots, things like that. The great thing is that when you've got a water tank, you know that you could run out. You are a lot more careful using water. The water is provided as part of the license. You know, we are saving a lot of money and saving water at the same time. What are the downsides of boating? Well, it can be cold in winter, and you do have to, sometimes as a continuous cruiser, you're moored out the way. You can't always moor next to a bridge, you know, where there's a road and you can get quickly to the shops. So you can have a long way to walk, you know, maybe about 1/4 of a mile. That's about usually the distance that I have to travel in winter, or any time of the year really. You can get very dirty doing a lot of the jobs that you do on the boat, like removing the chimney back at the last mooring. My hands got dirty and black. And then when you come to these services to fill up with water, they're not all paving stones and lovely and clean. It can be muddy, and you get mud on your boots, and you end up taking it on the back of the boat, sometimes forgetting to take shoes off and go through the boat. And let me tell you, the times that I've stood in dog muck and drilled it right through the boat. Winter can be treacherous, it can be slippy, icy, and even going down the side of your boat, you need to be good at balancing really. Be prepared to walk along the gunwale of the boat to get hold of the rope, the centre line, or to get your pole if you get stuck on the mud. That's another thing, you get stuck in the canal as well sometimes. I've done that a few times. It can be really slippy on the gunwale walking along the side. I've got some grip tape down, so that helps prevent me slipping and falling in the canal. So, you know, there are these things, these negative things, but, you know, at the end of the day, I always say this, the benefits outweigh the negatives. The nature, the beauty of it all, the slow pace of life. Here I am travelling at 4 miles an hour, and yet next to me a main road, and everybody in the world outside, the canal world, is rushing at 50 miles an hour. Imagine that the cars on the road, if they went at 4 miles an hour, would they feel relaxed and chilled out like I am going at 4 miles an hour right now on the canal? I doubt it. We're just going through the swing bridge at Fool's Nook, and it's been taken away. It's gone, look, it's disappeared. The crane lifted it out and it's gone for major repairs. So the road is closed for quite a long time. These are the challenges that the Canal River Trust face, you know. Structure that's been up for many, many years, getting old, needs replacing. And when it's a bridge, it's quite a big job. Just where I've moored up, right at the back of the boat where I'd step off, there's a load of dog dirt. So I'm going to have to get the shovel out and clear the dog poo away. It's not the dog's fault, you know. It's not the dog's fault. It's the owner's. Plus, when you're stepping off the boat anyway, when you moor up, sometimes there could be holes as well. You could go down a hole. You've got to be very careful, vigilant, you know, very observant. From a town nicknamed Happy Valley, and a mixed day of sunshine, rainbows, and rain, I arrive to witness sunset over the backdrop of the Cheshire Plain. As a child, I used to fear darkness. I used to sleep with the light on. But living out here in the countryside, there's no street lighting on the towpath, and it's something you just get used to. And out in nature, I feel safe. I don't fear that darkness anymore. In fact, I embrace it. Looks wonderful, doesn't it? All very festive looking in here. Welcome on board Inspired by Nature. Well, welcome inside my floating home. It's not often that we film that much inside, but it's winter now and it's that time. The fire's glowing, the Christmas tree's up and all the lights are sparkling away, and we've got some lovely candles and getting into the spirit of things. Do I have problems with condensation on the boat? Not really. Just the windows in the morning, a little bit of condensation, but not too much. And the boat is actually spray foamed, so it's got good insulation. And yeah, don't have much of a problem really there. Are you lonely? You know, do you live alone? Yes, I live alone on a boat. I'm not lonely. I've got lots of friends. I do socialise. I do get out quite a lot. I have lots of boater friends. So I'm not living a lonely life, you know, and I don't feel alone. I've got my own company, and I enjoy my own space and company. You know, I know I'm here filming right now, but when I'm not filming, I can just sit here and just sit in the stillness and tranquility. And I don't have a television, so I might listen to a little bit of music, and I most probably do a bit of editing, you know. But I can sit in complete silence and I just enjoy it. What are my plans for the future when I get older? Where will I be? You know, what's my plans? And to be honest, I don't know, because I don't even want to go there, because I try to live in the moment. In this time and space, I've got no thoughts of what I'm going to do. And the most important thing in my life at the moment is now. That's it. I hope I've answered a few of your questions. If you have got any more questions, just leave them in the comments. And you never know, I might do another Q&A another time. A really big thank you to everybody that's supported me over the last few years. And first of all, a big thank you to just you, the viewer watching right now, whoever you are. It's incredible how the channel has grown, and it's only grown with the help of your support, by you subscribing, liking, sharing with your friends and family on different platforms. And that's got the algorithms going, and it's getting me out there. And why do I do this? Well, because it's something for me to do, and I enjoy doing it. It's not work, it's just something I enjoy doing. It's like having a hobby. And the great thing is I get the feedback from yourselves, the viewers, and it's incredible, and it inspires me to keep going and creating more films. So thank you very much, much appreciated. And if you do want to support me, you haven't supported me, you're a new viewer, then please click the like button, subscribe, You can join me on the Patreon site. I've also got Facebook and Instagram. All you need to do is go onto your search engine and type in Inspired by Nature and look out for the green boat. Before we go, I've got someone special that wants to say something to you.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a lovely time.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Mum. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and all the best for 2025. And let's keep spreading some peace and tranquility, and keep watching and keep clicking that like button, and I'll keep putting these videos out. See you next time on the 100th episode. That'll be special.